Hello, welcome to Verbling. I'm teacher Oakley, and for the next 3 days at this time slot, we're going to be looking at reported speech. Today we'll start with the basics and look at reported speech in normal statements. Then later this week tomorrow we'll be looking at questions and requests and finishing up with some really more advanced speaking points that have to do with reported speech the next day. Today I'll be introducing it and we'll talk about basic reported speech in statements. Okay, first of all, let me start off by welcoming you guys to the class, doing a little microphone check and saying hello. Hello, Heidi.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. How are you doing today?
Since on Saturday I woke up very early, so after that my sleeping rhythm is much different now. I'm very sleepy.
Okay, well, hopefully I won't put you to sleep. All right, let me also welcome V. Hi, V.
Yes, hello, Oakley. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Good. Glad to hear it. David has also joined us. Hi, David. How are you today?
Hello, I'm fine,
Hello.
thank you.
Great. Glad to hear it. Nice to see you aboard. Also, hello, Saiban.
Hey teacher, how are you?
Hi. I'm good. Once
Good,
again,
thanks.
you're up in the middle of the night again.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. I'm really sleepy, really tired, but I will try to stay to
Okay.
the end of the class
Okay.
if I can. Okay.
No worries. Yeah. All right. Also, hello, Gina. Hi, Gina.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the class. Good to see you again. And hello, Anna. Hi, Anna.
Hello, teacher. Good morning. How are you?
Okay. Sleepy. I'm with everybody else. I'm sleepy. Everyone's sleepy. Are you sleepy, Anna?
No, I
You're not?
just I just get up.
Just got up.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do a little screen share with you guys and talk to you guys about reported speech here. Okay. First of all, there's a couple different aspects of reported speech. Okay. Reported speech, reported speech is really not to be confused with translated or transferred speech. For example, I'm talking on the phone, okay, and somebody says, you know, I have a date with Robert tonight, and somebody else is in the room. What did she say? She has a date with Robert tonight. I can basically say exactly what the person said, quoting. I'm basically quoting the person. Or someone's hard of hearing, an old man. What did he say? Okay. It's reported speech, but we don't have to be concerned so much with back speech because you're just transferring the language. A translator working at the UN is not going to change the verb tenses. He's going to say things exactly in the same way that they have just been said. So that's a little bit different. Transferred or translated speech, I don't know what you want to call it. I haven't really found a word for it in grammar, but basically you're just quoting the person. You're just transferring the information like telephone pole or something. That's not really what we're talking about. Let me do a screen share here and we'll talk about this. Okay, quite honestly, different textbooks talk about this in different ways. Reported speech in the short, when we're saying what other people say, think, or believe, or said, thought, or believed. That's where it gets confusing. Are you saying in the present tense, or are you saying in the past tense? Yesterday he thought, believed, or said. Okay, here are some examples. Okay. Well, let's talk about these. Let's go around the class. Heidi, first one. Go ahead and read it.
He said he wants it.
All right. Now, okay. Why would you say this? He says he wants it. Again, would this be... All right. But what is the situation? What is a situation you can imagine somebody saying this?
Maybe there are three people. One person that have some problem on his ear, and then another person is saying, he saying, I want it.
Okay.
Another person asked me, what he's saying. He
Right.
said he wants it.
Because he's hard of hearing. Right. So in other words, you're basically just transferring the information, right? It's all present tense. Pretty much what I was just saying. Okay. Yeah, pretty much what I was just talking about, translating or transferring information. Okay. V.
Yes.
Okay. Looking at the second bullet point here.
We think you're right.
All right. Well, what are we talking about here? Obviously.
I think we believe that somebody is right.
Yeah, well, okay. All right. Again, present tense, fine. You're reporting what you think. Technically speaking, this is also reported speech. Okay? People don't think about this as reported speech. Talking about, okay, I think it's time to go to bed. Okay, you're reporting your own speech. He thinks it's time to go to bed. Dad thinks it's time to go to bed. Okay.
Yeah.
That is reported speech. Again, notice the present tense. All right. David, next one.
I believe he loves her.
Okay. Now, here, we're reporting what?
I think I'm reporting my thoughts about
There you go.
other people.
There you go.
Thinking.
Yeah. Okay. Your opinion.
Yes.
Really? Really, your opinion? Okay. When we give our opinion, we do so usually, again, well, we give a general opinion about something now. Obviously, we speak present tense completely. Okay. You can, of course, say, I believe he loved her in the past, and use past tense to say what you think now about the past. But still, the main verb, I believe, would be in the present tense. Okay. Let's look at the next example here. Saban. Whoops, what happened? Oh, sorry, I don't know how I did that. Okay, Saban, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, can you
Okay.
read this one?
Yes. Yesterday you said you didn't like it, but now you do.
Aha. Okay.
Okay.
Now here, Okay, we have yesterday. So
Yes.
we're reporting something that happened yesterday, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yesterday you said, notice here, we have to use past tense. You said, and then even what you said, you didn't like it. Okay. But now you do. All right. So, all right, when we're reporting something that happened in the past, not what we think or believe now, or when we say it, not just translated or transferred information. But when we talk about what somebody thought, believed, or said in the past, notice how we have to be careful about using the past tense. That would be the point here. Oh, okay. Gina, take a look at the next example.
She told me he had asked her to marry him.
Okay.
She,
yeah. Go ahead.
the other person is reporting me what her partner told her.
Yeah,
Well,
in the past.
in the past.
In the past. Okay, and everything gets moved more to the past here. We have, this is what's called, she told me he had asked her to marry him. What did the person actually, now it gets tricky, what did the person actually say? Gina.
That he wanted to marry her.
Okay. Instead of she told me yesterday, what if you're just transferring the information, like from a phone call? She says,
He asked her. No, I don't know.
yeah, you got it. That's right. That's the trick right here. Had asked is past perfect. Right. If I change this to she says he asked her to marry him. Right. This is the trick of backshift, making everything more in the past. So simple present becomes simple past. Simple past becomes past perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, you had that right. You were right, going right on the right path there. Okay. Okay. Next one, Anna.
Yes. I told you she was ill.
Okay, so I told you the meaning. You told her before in the past, right? What
Yes.
did you actually say?
I am repeating what I said other day
And what
to a
did you
people.
say? And what did you say?
That she was ill. I
No.
told you. No?
No. Yesterday, you said she is ill. She is ill.
Okay, in present tense.
Right. And when you do reported speech, it becomes she was ill. Right.
Yes.
If yesterday she said she was ill, then today you would say, I told you she had been ill.
Yes. Change the tense verb according to the first tense you have to use.
Yeah. And we'll go over that much more specifically too. But yes, that's the general idea. Hello, Sasha. Sorry I didn't say hello earlier. Hi, Sasha.
Hello, teacher. Hi, everyone.
Hi. Hang on a second, Sasha. Hi. I just want to quickly say hello to Ken as well. Hi, Ken. Welcome.
Yes, hello. Thank you.
Hello. 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 Okay, Sasha, how about this example?
We thought he was in Austria. We think he is in Austria.
In the past. Okay. Yes, that's right. No, you're absolutely correct. You're just, before I could ask you, you gave me the answer. Yeah. So yesterday you would have said, we think he is in Australia.
Yes.
Right.
Australia.
Okay. When we're reporting things in the present, future, present perfect, we don't change the tense. He thinks he loves her. Okay. All right. Right now. Okay. That's the present tense. All right. So it would be crazy if I said he thinks he loved her. That wouldn't make sense. He still thinks he loves her. That's his state right now, present tense. So I don't need to use what's called, again, backshift. I don't have to make the verbs more in the past. Okay, future. I will tell her you are coming. Okay. Well, of course, this depends on the fact you haven't told her yet, obviously. Then it would still be, okay. All right. I told her that I would tell you she was coming. What? Okay. If you're going to do a quote, never mind. We'll get to that later. All right. But anyway, just reporting the fact. It's a little different if you're just reporting a fact or if you're reporting actual speech. Okay. If you want to report a quote, what somebody said, it's a little different. But just the fact, you don't have to. That's what this means. Okay. When we're reporting things, not what somebody said. Things, facts, whatever. We don't need to change the tense. That's the point. He has said he'll do it. Okay. Really? Oh, okay. He said in the past he'll do it. So you're reporting the fact that he said that, not what he actually said. Okay. Now, when we tell people what someone has said in the past, that's when we have to worry about this backshift, or more in the past thing. All right. So okay, obviously all of these, you'll notice, have the preface, I told him, she told me, she said. Okay, you're going to preface it with the subject noun and the verb that has to do with speaking, telling, talking, whatever. Okay, that's when we have to worry about more in the past. Again, when we're just reporting facts, we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so you look very nice. All right, I told him he looked very nice. So, Ken, actually, you can help me out here. All right. Okay. This is what was actually said. Really, it should be in quotes. You look very nice. Okay. So the verb tense here is
present,
it's present simple, yeah, and it changes to
past simple.
Indeed, it does. Okay. Okay. You look very nice. Really, all of these should be in quotes. Really, like this. Somebody actually said this, so you're reporting what somebody said, not just the fact or the idea. Okay. Heidi, the next one here.
Yeah. He's working in Siberia now. She told me he was working in Siberia now.
Okay, see, that's interesting. The verb tense here, he is working, of course, is what? What is
Progressive.
this? Yes, present progressive.
Progressive.
Right, and it becomes
Past progressive.
which seems weird because we even have now in the sentence. He was working now.
Not that time.
Yeah.
Maybe still now.
Maybe. Right. What we really care about. All right. She told me before. All right. Well, this is absolutely correct, which makes it kind of hard to grasp and hard to understand because you use She told me he was working in Siberia now. The idea being that when she told you he was working in Siberia now, we don't really know if he still is or not.
Mm.
But at the time she said it, he was.
Yeah, only English can say that.
Yeah,
We can say that. Another language is
I believe you.
different.
Yes, it's pretty weird.
More strict. We need to change all tenses.
Yeah, it's pretty weird that we can use these. This is the confusing part where you're going to use this now, but it still means at the time. Now here is actually talking about the time she told you. That now. That's the now you're referring to. When
For
she told you.
example, he told yesterday, so I guess still now. Like that.
Yeah, but the now refers to when he was working in Siberia.
But if she said 1 year ago, we are not sure, so in that case, that time.
Yeah. See, it would be a whole lot clearer, wouldn't it, if we wrote, yes, or 1 year ago.
Mm.
1 year ago, she told me he was working in Siberia now. Right? That helps a little bit.
It's weird, so.
It is.
In that time.
Instead of now, at that time.
At that time. At that time.
Yeah, you're right. And you might change this at that time. Now, okay, and see, that's what the tricky part is. You might change these time phrases. For 1 year ago, yeah, it makes a lot clearer if you say at that time. Right. If it was 15 minutes ago, then you wouldn't even do that. You would just leave it as now. So this is where it gets tricky, really.
Yeah, for example, I was calling with him, she, and I hang on. The other person asked me what she told you. So I said, she told me he was working in Siberia now.
So likely that situation didn't change in the 10 seconds it took you to tell the other person, right? So you would keep the now. Right, and that's where it gets tricky. Whereas opposed to if it's 10 years ago, on the other hand, it's the other way. It's very likely they're not working. Who works in Siberia for 10 years? Huh. Okay. Anyway, all right, let's move on. V.
Polly has bought a new car. She said Polly had bought a new car.
Okay, so the first, again, this is in quotes.
The tense here is perfect. Present perfect.
Present perfect, indeed, you are correct. And that changes.
And she said, so we changed to past perfect.
Yes, it did. Exactly. So you have to be aware of that.
Yeah. Can I have a question?
Can I ask a question? Yes.
Yes, can I ask a question?
Yeah, yes, you can.
Yeah. In the description, you wrote that when we tell people what someone has said in the past, but we have the phrase in the past here. So why did you write someone has said? Because I think in the past, so it would be better if we use someone said.
I am confused.
Yes, I'm confused with that because in here we have a specific time in the past.
Okay, I'm totally lost what you're asking me. Are you asking me about she said here?
No. The description when we tell people what someone has said in the past. When we tell people, that is that.
Okay.
Has said in the past. But because of in the past here, it means we already have a specific time and in the past. So why do you use a present tense a present perfect tense here. Had said. I feel confused with that.
We don't use she has said. We just said she said.
No. I didn't ask this sentence. I asked the way you wrote in this description. Why
Yes.
you wrote someone had said, because I think someone said in the past. I think so.
Ah, okay.
In the past, yeah, because of in the
What
past.
someone? Okay. Well, all right. This is very tricky. What you're asking me has nothing to do with reported speech and everything to do with using present perfect tense versus present simple tense. Okay. Now I understand. Sorry, I was focused on reported speech. That's why I wasn't getting your meaning. When we tell people what someone said in the past, okay, that would be correct if that was a remember, whenever we use past simple, it means that action that is completely over, done with, finished, completed. All right. Okay. Why then has said? Because clearly, if I have to repeat it now to you now, it has a relationship to now. And because sometimes, here's another part, another way to look at it, maybe they will change what they say about something. For example, opinion, well, they have said this in the past, but then they change their mind. For example, politicians, change what they do an about face, a 180 on their position, and they change their position. So this is what he has said in the past.
Yeah.
Okay. Because he changed. They could say something different. So it does work here with the present perfect tense.
Yeah.
Meaning that it's in two ways. It's related to the present because right now I'm reporting to you what he said in the past, so obviously that relates. But also, we can say this because they could change their what they say. People do it all the time. Yeah. If he's dead, okay, when we tell what dead people said in the past, then that can absolutely not be present perfect.
Yeah, and that is simple past in this.
It would have to be. There's just no case that they're going to change their mind. Yeah, there's no possibility.
Thank
all
you.
right. All right. Okay. Right. Let's look at some more of these changes. These again, this is called backshift, or okay, more in the past here, but this is also called backshift. So if I talk about backshift, it's what I'm talking about. David. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead. Read this.
Joe can't come for the weekend. She said Joe couldn't come for the weekend.
All right, a little tricky here. Well, no, not really. Well, yeah, it is a little tricky. What are we doing here?
We have, this is present in the first phrase. It's present, and we are changing it to conditional.
Yeah, well, actually,
no, past. No, past. To past.
To past. That's right.
Yes.
Right. This is a modal. So we got to be, when we report modals, it gets a wee bit tricky. All right. Okay. Let's change this for the sake of looking at it, because we have can't is a modal that has a present tense, can or can't, negative, and the past tense of the modal is could or couldn't. What if we change this modal? All right, let's play around with that for a second here, just for the sake of seeing how this works. Okay, imagine that this was the actual thing spoken. We'll change that to might. Okay, David, how would we now do the reported speech?
I don't know. Joe might come for the weekend.
Joe. She said Joe.
I don't know how to say it.
No.
No.
You're absolutely no. You were right. What you do? I'm saying no because you got it right. She said Joe might come for the weekend. That's it. We don't have to do anything.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because really the past tense of the pardon me, the past tense of the modal might is might.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If the weekend is still coming up.
Okay.
All right.
Can I have a correction?
Yes.
How about saying might have come?
Well, exactly. Now, what would that mean? Okay, that's a very good question. What does that say? She said Joe might have come for the weekend. What does it imply?
The weekend is in the past.
Yes, and that he didn't.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you're absolutely right. If the weekend is already in the past, that is what you would do. You preempted me. I was going to bring that up.
I see.
Okay. All right. A little tricky there. All right. Okay. Oh, Saiban is gone. All right, Gina. Gina, how about the next one, Gina? What are we going to do with this here? What do we got?
Paul called and left a message. He told me Paul had called and had left me a message. Here there is a reporting speech about effect in the past, and the past symbol is converted in past perfect.
Very good. Right. Called two verbs. That's all. Both in past simple. Called and left. Had called and had left me a message. Now, okay, just I'm not trying to confuse you more, but Gina, would it be okay to get rid of this second had? He told me Paul had called and left me a message. Dun, 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 dun. What do you think? It really has this has nothing to do with reported speech. This is just English.
I don't know if there could be an elision. The ad is like,
yeah, it's a little bit of elision. That's right, and we can do that. It's okay. He was running and jumping. Okay. That doesn't mean that jumping in the present tense or jumping is a gerund. He was running and jumping. I can do that. I can add another main verb to the auxiliary clause. It's okay. Yes. So in other words, yes, it would be okay to do that. And perfectly natural, frankly, in spoken English. We do that all the time. The kids are screaming and hollering. Okay, you know, it's the same thing. All right. Notice also what else has changed here, Gina. There's instead of a message, the person says this to you. Paul called and left a message. Okay. Later he says he left me a message. This is something else we have to beware of in reported speech. The pronouns may change, or we may even add a pronoun where there wasn't one. Okay?
Here it is not specified, no?
Well, if we get rid of me, He told me Paul had called and had left a message. I don't, if I report that, who's the message for? Don't know. No idea. But if Paul, if somebody's speaking to me and says, Paul called and left a message, obviously they're speaking to me, I know the message is for me. So, if I'm reporting that to someone else, I would probably have to add the pronoun to make it clear. All right, not a message for, just a message in general. Who knows who for? But left me a message. Okay, you know, it could change if up here I wrote Paul called and left you a message, which actually would make it a little more clear, right? In this case, we have to be aware that we may have to change the pronoun. Okay. Okay. Future tense, offer. We're going to talk about this one more tomorrow, but briefly, Anna, you're back. Anna?
Yes, yes. I'll give you a hint. He said he would give me a hint. The first one is a future, and the second one is a present conditional. We have to change the pronoun you for me.
Yeah. You for me, or he.
Yes.
Me. Oh, me, you and me. Me. I and he and you and me.
Me.
Yeah, no. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah. You're absolutely right on all counts. Okay. Notice that the future simple becomes that future conditional. That conditional. Present conditional. All right. Very good. Yes. All right. Okay. Now here is an important but confusing note. Wrap your head around this slowly and carefully, and I will too. However, when we're reporting something that was said in the past but is still true, it is not obligatory to make the tense more in the past. It's up to the speaker. Okay, all right. And when you think about this, look at these examples as well. Okay. The train doesn't stop here. Well, all right. That's a pretty direct chunk of information there. It's we're talking about a train schedule. All right, it is what it is. Okay. So you could say he said the train doesn't stop here. Pretty direct quote. He said the train didn't stop here. It's up to the speaker. Which one sounds better? I mean, to you, actually, Sasha, which one sounds better to you?
I want to ask about the question, because I learned in my grammar book, Ryan and Murphy, that it depends if the situation the same. You can use the present simple, like he said.
Right.
The first example, like he said the train doesn't stop, or for instance, my friend said to me that he wants to go to Europe, so he still wants. It's like the same situation when he said it to me.
Exactly. Yeah, it's right here. It's here. Is still true. That's really essential.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You're absolutely correct. That's absolutely essential. And okay, I was just asking, David thinks the first one sounds more normal. Which one do you think sounds more normal?
Actually, I got used to first in any cases. It's
well, David thinks so, and so do I.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I agree with you guys. If that is still true, I think it sounds a whole lot more normal and easier to understand and better to use the first one. Okay, I agree with you. What your grammar book says and what you guys think sounds good. I agree with you. It does sound better to me. Just another example. I like Sarah. She said she likes Sarah. All right. She said she liked Sarah. It sounds a little weird if she still does. I could misinterpret this. Although, technically speaking, I guess it's correct. It still seems a little weird for me. I like the first option better if it's still true. It eliminates any possible misunderstanding. We know it's still true.
But the second example, it's not a mistake, it's just a different option. Right?
That's correct. It's not a mistake, it's just a different option. You're not
Okay, you got it.
You're not wrong by saying that, but I totally agree with you guys. If it's still true, it just, I don't know, just seems a lot easier to understand using the no backshift. All right, and then, okay, we've already been talking about this, changing pronouns and etc. We have to change the pronoun if reporting what somebody else said. Okay. The person actually said, I don't want to go. And the first one, I said I didn't want to go, because you're reporting what you said. And yes, you can report your own speech. Bill said he didn't want to go. Okay, you can't keep this one the same. You can't say Bill said he don't want to go. He doesn't want to go. Well, yeah, you can. Bill said he doesn't want to go. Now, I could say that if I know it to be still true. Okay, all right, this last slightly confusing option. If you know for a fact it's still true, that's when I would not do any backshift. You're 100% sure. If there's any doubt in your mind, maybe Bill changed his mind, you can't know what somebody else is thinking or their opinion, then, okay, Bill said he didn't want to go. All right, I would definitely opt to backshift if there's any room for doubt. Some other shifts we make. Okay, we have to change words referring to here and now if we're reporting what was said in a different place or time. Okay, compare. The person actually said, again, we're always, all this backshift things, we're not reporting on what somebody thought or believed. We're reporting on what they actually said. In this case, they actually said, I'll be there at 10 tomorrow. Okay, so it makes a difference in the time you're referencing. If it's later the same day, he said he would be there at 10 tomorrow. Okay. If it is the next day, then he said he would be there at 10 today. Wait a minute. Something else is wrong here. He said he would be there. Oh, okay. No, it's not wrong. It depends on where you are. Okay. Right. Here we are, different place. I was worried about the there. Well, anyway, sorry. It's right here. If we're in a different place, he said he would be there tomorrow at 10. If we are in the place that he is coming to, he said he would be here at 10 tomorrow. Okay. All right. That's what I was looking for, the here, if you happen to be where he's going. Okay, so here and there can also need to be shifted relative to your reality where you are. All right. So much for that. Let's, okay. Let's just look at it in a different way. Okay, reported speech. So, to review, we may have to change the pronouns, present tense verbs, place and time expressions, the here and the there, and the today and tomorrow, and the verb tenses. Okay, let's look at some examples, actually. like this. Let's do it this way. Hang on. Okay, direct speech is I speak English. Okay. All right. Well, as an example, reported speech with no backshift. He says that he speaks English. All right. Okay. Again, in this case, you're talking about what he said, but you're talking about it directly, like the old man with a hearing aid. David said he had to go. Very good, David. Good one. Okay. All right. This first one, no backshift, would be the old man with the hearing aid. Turn it up, Grandpa. He says that he speaks English. Okay. And reported speech with backshift. All right. You're saying it a different time, probably. He said that he spoke English. Oh, okay. As an example. All right. Let's look at. Okay. Again. All right. Okay. As an example, right down here on the bottom. We may have to change the pronoun. Let's try this one. Ken. So, for example, the actual speech, my mom doesn't have time today.
So sorry, could you scroll down? I cannot see. Example sentence.
There are many icons up there, and microphone or something. Very left, there's a rectangle. You click this.
Rectangle?
Yes. There are 6 icons, microphone mute or something. And the very left, there's another new one. Click that. You can. Yeah, everyone picture disappears.
Okay, I got it. Thank you. Okay, she says that her mom doesn't have time today.
Ooh, that's horrible. I shouldn't do that. Oh, I see what Heidi. Thank you for that. Sorry, I was getting lost. Yeah, I was okay. I can't do that because I got to see you guys. Okay, sorry about that. I was yeah, okay. There you go. Sorry, Ken. Go ahead.
She says that her mom doesn't have time today.
Okay. Well, no, I'm sorry. I was trying to get you to do this. My mom doesn't have time today. I was trying to get you to, okay. She says that her mom doesn't have time today. Is the correct answer. Okay. Never mind. So, her mom, okay, we add the possessive. All right. Okay. My mom becomes her mom. Sorry about that. Sorry about the confusion. Okay. Tenses, no backshift. Do not change the tense if the introductory clause is in simple present. He says, for example. Note, however, that you might have to change the form of the present tense verb. Remember when we were doing backshift, we're reporting what somebody said. It's always he said, whatever. He said, he shouted, he asked, what have you. Whenever we do no backshift, the introductory clause is he says, she says. Okay. However, you might have to change the form of the present tense verb in the third person singular. Okay, well, all right, we'll just look at the example. He says, I speak English. Oh, okay. So because we have to change, what they're telling you here is because you have to change the pronoun, you have to change from speak to speaks. Okay, yeah, yet another change with no backshift. All right, so you have to have subject-verb agreement at all times in English, no matter what. not just in reported speech, but always, always, always. They're with no exception anyway. So fine, I speak, he speaks. Okay, that's all right. That's pretty simple. Whereas in backshift, okay, you must change. Not only should you must change the tense if the introductory clause is in the simple past. He said, he asked, he shouted, whatever. Okay. He said, I am happy. He said that he was happy. Okay. Here is the backshift for all verb tenses. We already did this earlier in the class. Basically, we looked at examples, and I had you guys explain the verb tenses. Well, here they are in a table, basically. Simple present becomes simple past. All right. Present progressive becomes past progressive. Simple past, present perfect simple, not progressive. Past perfect simple all become past perfect simple. Notice we hadn't looked at any examples of a actual direct speech with past perfect. Okay. Okay. Well, let's look at that actually as an example. Hang on. Oh, come on. No. Okay, maybe not. All right, in a second. All right, hang on. Sorry about that. All right, past perfect does not change. Why? Because there is no more past. You can't backshift past perfect. There's nothing more past than past perfect. That's as past perfect as English gets. So you can't go any more past than past perfect. Okay, past progressive. Please note this: present perfect progressive become past perfect progressive. So yeah, we run out of tenses. Is right. I was running becomes he said he had been running. All right, present perfect progressive. I say, direct speech, I have been running. It becomes he said he had been running. Okay, like that. All right. Oh, it continues. I see. Past perfect progressive also becomes past perfect progressive. Again, simpler progressive. Past perfects can't be more past than they already are, so it's not possible. Future. Future. Okay, doesn't matter. Future with going to. Future with will. Future with going to. This is interesting, actually. The future with going to, because you know that we use going to in the simple future to talk about a planned event. All right, I am going to go to Spain. Direct speech. Reported speech, the teacher said he was going to go to Spain. Notice that interesting change in construction there. Any questions about that? I'm throwing a couple reported speech things that we didn't look at examples of here. Will, we did see an example of this. Or conditional one, the first conditional is going to become would. So we saw this earlier with will. I will be there at noon. He said he would be there at noon. I would like to go to Spain. He said he would like to go to Spain. I can't really change that. Okay. Notice that conditional one. If I had a chance, I would like to go to Spain. He said that if he had a chance, he would like to go to Spain. I can't really change anything. All right. Sasha, I tortured you with, or no, I guess it was, no, it wasn't you, it was David. With this one, the verbs could, should, would, might, must, needn't, these modals, even phrasal modals, ought to, used to, do not change. Okay? He said she might be right. He said that she might be right. He's okay, direct speech. She might be right. He said that she might be right. Nothing really changes except they add a that here just to make it easier. But I don't think it's even necessary. But it's optional. Precisely. Okay. Okay. Well, in actuality, oh, the here and the there. All right, we already talked about this, and we've only got seconds left. Anyway, okay. The here and the there stuff, no worries. Hopefully you guys can join me. We'll look again. Basically, we covered basically everything today, really. A couple other things with questions and requests we'll look at tomorrow, and then some really weird stuff the day after, advanced points. But we covered a lot of ground today. I'm surprised. Thank you, everyone. That's because you're all such advanced students. I didn't really think we'd get through as much of that as we did. Yeah, reported speech is prevalent in the news. If you want to see good examples. Thank you, Sasha. You're absolutely correct. Okay, thank you, everyone.